What's good, YouTube fans? Y'all already know it's your boy City Guys in the building. Ain't shit. Today, you know what I'm saying, this tutorial is just gonna be on mixing and mastering. So I'm just gonna go through this beat, mix, master, level, all that, step by step. First step, we going through leveling. Next step, mixing and mastering, or just level and mix at the same time. But I'm just gonna go straight through the leveling first, then we do the mixing. You understand what I'm saying? But I probably just go with the flow as we go along. Now, first thing first, I'm gonna play this beat and let y'all hear what I got so far. Alright, so that's the beat right there. Sounds good, but it's too crowded. Everybody's fighting and all that shit. So let's get straight into it and just make it happen. Alright, so first thing first, as you can see here, I already got the sounds. So I'm just gonna mute all of them and just go one by one and just go through. So the first sound that I got right here is the pluck. You know what I'm saying? And this pluck right here, I just use a stock plugin for that. You know what I'm saying? Pluck Coupe and D sharp major scale and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's how I came up with the whole chord progression. So I'm gonna let y'all hear what I got. You know what I'm saying? So first thing first, I'm gonna bring that down a little bit. It's at 5.8 dB. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so I'm gonna go for my Paramagic EQ. I'm not really gonna use third-party plugins to do any mixing here, so I'm just gonna go with the stock plugins. Now for this one, I dropped the #1 band down, and I'm gonna play it and listen to it while I, you know what I'm saying, cut out unwanted frequencies. Alright, sounds good. So everything that's been playing right here over this white line, it's not, no sound is coming off that. Only inside this section right here, inside this perimeter right here. And another thing that you can actually do to actually help clean, you know what I'm saying, clean your sounds, give your sounds that nice, clean, crispy vibe. You can do the same thing that you'll do with vocals, taking out unwanted frequencies. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna push up with this #5 band right here, and I'm gonna ease down with the bandwidth a little bit, and I'm gonna play searching for frequencies that too high, like this one right here, and then I just put it down like this. Try to go through and do the same. I must do the same thing. Alright, the thing about cutting out unwanted frequencies is like high pitched sounds that you don't want inside your mixes when it comes to either vocals or when it comes to either instruments or the sounds. Like high pitched sounds that you want to just get rid of. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first thing I do. So it's sounding good so far. Now, it already sounded like it has reverb on it. You know what I'm saying? but the reverb that it has on it, I'm just gonna take that off. All right, and I'm gonna use the reverb that I got. So I'm gonna use Valhalla Vintage Reverb. That's too much, so I'm gonna cut back a little bit. Doesn't sound too bad. Let me change down a little bit. Alright. So it's sounding like that. It's good enough for me, good enough for my ears. You know what I'm saying? I could add phaser to it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can just mess around and you know what I'm saying, add anything you want. I could add phaser to it and just cut it down a little bit. But I don't want that on it, you feel me? It's already good. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. The next sound that I have is a piano. You know what I'm saying? How I got my piano to sound like that too. So it sounds like. So like when you create your piano melodies and you want to have that nice little strum vibe. Say for example, I have like this right here. You know what I'm saying? And I want to strum it up as Alt and S. You understand what I'm saying? And if I want it the other way, I just bring it like this. But you know what I'm saying? Time it so it sounds good. So that's what I did with this right here. So I have this one set like this, and then I did it to each of them and just turn them the other way. And that's how I got my piano to sound like this, and I'll bring the velocity down. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna bring that piano sound down. Also, let me cut the delay. Let me cut the delay off of that. Bring that piano sound a little bit up. Or I could, you know, have the piano be the most dominant sound and bring the pluck in the background a little bit. Nah, it doesn't sound good, so let me just have it like that and have the pluck be the most dominant sound. Because, you know, when mixing, like you'll be creating your beat and you create your melodies and all that. When it comes to the whole leveling of mixing, you'll probably choose which sound is the most dominant sound that you want to be in the entire beat and stuff like that. So I'll just use a pluck as the most dominant sound. So for my piano, it sounds good, you know what I'm saying, smooth and all that. And the plugin that I use is for this piano side I use um Analog Lab 5. You know what I'm saying? I use Analog Lab. Oh shit. It's Nexus. Dang. Sorry about that. I thought it was analog because I got the piano so smooth because you know I got that smooth piano in Analog Lab 5. But alright, it's the Grand Piano South. Sounds good. Really sounds good. Almost got me off guard. Well, actually it did. So for this piano sound, let me drop this right here. And then I'm gonna add Valhalla Vintage Reverb on it. Do the same thing. But let me cut this frequency, the mix down a little bit. Sounds good. Now for the bass. Not gonna want the bass too much in it because you know you're gonna have the 808 in the mix. So I wanna have this in the background a little bit, mostly like for the intro or for the bridge or outro and stuff like that. So for the bass, I wouldn't do anything much to it. I wouldn't add reverb. And it's not like I'm making dubstep beats or you know what I'm saying, or stuff like that, or trance music. And the bass that I use, I know as usual, I got my plugin that I really like, Massive X. So On to the next one. The next one that I got right here, you know what I'm saying, is this guitar that I got, that I bought. This guitar plugin that I bought, and I'm still giving it away for free. Because in the last tutorial, I think a lot of people hit me up, and I sent it off. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all still want to cop this plugin, now's the time. Because after a while, I'll be stopped sending it out. You know what I'm saying? So you already know. And it's the same sound that I have right here, but I had halftime to it. You know what I'm saying? Had a halftime to it. So what I'm going to do with this one, because the halftime is already here on it. So I'm just going to drop that down a little bit. Hold on, let me get my sounds back in real quick. So I already have the halftime on it. So let me go ahead and add the Permission EQ to it. Now for this one, I'm going to bring the number one band down and then band pass and make some adjustments to the band right here. Sounds good. Then I'm going to drop the Valhalla Vintage Reverb on it, cut the frequency down. Then I'm going for my snare next. This snare is already sharp and crispy, so I wouldn't advise, if you have a good sounding snare like this, I wouldn't advise you to be EQing out anything. Like, this snare is naturally sounding good to me, so I wouldn't change anything on it more than just level it. If you have good sounds and it's not necessary to cut anything out and you like it raw just the way it is, just drop the volume down a little bit, just level your sounds, and then move on to the next one. And my kick is already sharp, so no need to be adding EQ or soft clip or any saturation to get that hard sound. My kick is already hard hitting. So I just move on to my 808. Alright, for my 808, I feel like I want to take something off right here off the high mid section. Alright, so that's good right there. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to add P controller to my kick because I'm going to do a side chain. So I'm going to copy the value that I have for the 808 and go back to the P controller, paste it on bass. I'm going to adjust the volume like this and the tension. This volume here controls the whole kick, you know what I'm saying? When it's dipping, because you know what I'm saying, when they cut, you want it cuts, you want the, when the 808 hits, you want a certain frequency to cut out so it won't put too much on it. Like, I'm gonna show you a quick example real quick. Let me just have these two. Alright, so let me link that to the controller. There we go. So the volume, if I adjust the volume like this, it's each time the kick hits, it's cutting through the 808, but too much. You know what I'm saying? So you want to adjust the volume a little bit. It's side chaining, but it's not cutting out too much. As you can see right here, the light colored lines in the background is the kick, and the dips, the little white lines right here is the 808. You understand what I'm saying? So that's side chained. Now I have the open hat right here. It's like a crash, or you know what I'm saying. Got it out of an antidote kit. Sound good? You know what I'm saying. So it's all right, but I'm gonna add vintage reverb on it as well. I like using Valhalla vintage reverb. It sounds good. Right now for my hi hats. So I got parametric EQ real quick, and then drop the number 7th band down, and then listen to it again. Sounds good. Let me bring the volume up a little bit. Let me check something real quick. Alright, so let me drop that down to like 600 cents. So like 6 steps down. And then I'm going to add a stock of reverb to it. I'm push the size up a little bit, drop the wetness down to like 5. Then I have an open hat right here. Drop the volume down a little bit, and then I'm gonna just add reverb to it. You know what I'm saying? Push the high cut up, low cut, sorry, and then the high cut, and delay a little bit, decay a little bit. As you can hear, the beat sounds way better than how it sounded when I was playing it when I just started the tutorial with all the sounds on the same volume level. Now, what I'm gonna do right here, I'm just gonna go for my soft clipper and just add soft clipper to it, and then I'm gonna adjust the threshold and the post. You know what I'm saying? I don't really go too crazy with the master because sometimes it causes an issue when going into the studio and an artist is gonna record on it. You don't really want to be mastering to be too much to the point where it causes any issue in the studio where the vocals are gonna go on it. So you're not really the engineer, so you're not really gonna do too much to it. You just want to bring the volume up enough. You know what I'm saying? So it can be heard and artists can flow on that properly. You know what I'm saying? So having soft clipper on it alone can do, you know what I'm saying? I'll do that sometimes. Or you can just add Maximus along with the soft clipper to bring the volume up. You just gotta adjust the threshold here, you know what I'm saying? And the soft saturation ceiling a little bit, and then adjust it by carrying up the post gain right here. So while playing it, you adjust it. You know what I'm saying? You can do that. If you want to increase the volume without distorting it, you can do that. Also, you can try a multi-band compressor and use one of the stock presets with it, mastering 2. You know what I'm saying? Sounds good, and you can adjust the gain a little bit. Also, with the probably want to go back to the soft clip, but adjust it from the multi-band compressor right here. Because you can also adjust different parts of the instrumental, just like you see low, mid, and highs. If I do this right here, everything on the high band section, like your snare or hi-hats, will be sounding way too much. You know what I'm saying? So I cut back down. For the mid sections, everything from the 808 and all that. The lows, same thing. So you just want to adjust this. Don't touch much of this right here. Just use one of them stock presets right here if you don't understand much about it, and just that's it. And adjust the volume. You know what I'm saying? When you have your 808s and your kick side chain, you won't have too much clashing and all that. It's just like a smooth transition right through. You feel me? So that's basically it for mixing and mastering tutorial. Like, this is a best way I can show you guys how to mix and master your beats. You know what I'm saying? And with different sounds, y'all can, if you got beats you want to send and you want me to do a review and mix that beat and stuff like that, let me know. Hit me up. I don't charge much. You understand what I'm saying? Make sure you got good sounds, because honestly, I'm not gonna be mixing any beats with like boo boo sounds and off sounds that don't really sound too good. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna give a bad mix, and it's gonna take too much to be cutting this out, cutting that out to get the sound you probably want, and then you spend too much time on mixing, and that ain't really good for production. You wanna get through a beat real quick and the right way, move on to the next one. Or if you got multiple artists working with and you got a deadline or you got stuff to send off, you know what I'm saying? That's good. Also, I'm using Windows 11, so if y'all want to upgrade to Windows 11, y'all can do that. It runs good with FL Studio and other programs, and laptops run smooth too. You understand what I'm saying? So y'all can upgrade to Windows 11 to help y'all improve a little bit. And Windows 11 helps clean unwanted files off your laptop to speed that up too. Because I'm using a Dell right now, i3 Core 10th generation with like 128 gig SSD and 8 GB RAM and 1 TB hard drive. So that's good enough for me for now until, you know what I'm saying, upgrade some more. But thank y'all for tuning in to the City Guides tutorial. Also, I got a podcast coming soon. And this music podcast, you know what I'm saying, will be for artists and producers, where we will be dropping sauce. You know what I'm saying, where we'll be probably doing interviews with upcoming artists if y'all down for that, upcoming producers, if y'all down for that, share ideas, share information that you know with the producer community that a lot of people can learn from and work off of. I know a lot of people won't agree because, you know, in Jamaica here, like, a lot of producers don't really be, you know what I'm saying, kind and, you know what I'm saying, good to show stuff. I understand that people be funny, but I mean, come on. Y'all gonna die one day. At least teach somebody to learn from it. Do good and that good value. So let's put the information out there as much as possible. It's all up to y'all to do whatever y'all want with that information. So thank y'all again for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Peace out.